reason, if there was ever a discussion about Prabhupada naming ISKCON as ISKCON and not Gaudiya Math 2.0 or whatever version he would have given, just to show some resemblance, you see. Hare Krishna.
Ah, that's a very long question. Very interesting. Yaśodā, please, if you could respond.
Okay, just trying to summarize this issue here. In the late 1960s, from the 1966 to 1969, Srila Prabhupada had numerous communications with various members of different branches of the Gaudiya Math, or there was communication with one branch called the Gaudiya Mission in Calcutta. Let's remember that after Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disappearance, the whole Math basically the united Gaudiya Math split into various factions, and the united preaching was no more. But the Gaudiya Mission was attempting to preach, and Prabhupada brought up a point. They were attempting some cooperation. Prabhupada was attempting cooperation with the Gaudiya Mission. And there is one letter where Prabhupada brought up to one Bhagavat Maharaj, not the ISKCON Bhagavat Maharaj, to a Bhagavat Maharaj of the Gaudiya Mission, that I see that you have in your articles of incorporation that the Acharya can name his successor in writing. And Prabhupada said, this is a controversial point. And Prabhupada mentioned there is no record of our Guru Maharaj ever appointing an Acharya after him. And then there was some other correspondence where Srila Prabhupada says, because there was no cooperation amongst the different God brothers, it was inevitable that I had to start a separate, because Prabhupada tried to cooperate with them. He requested the Swami Tirtha at the Mayapur birthplace to give him a small plot of land so he could build a school for his students in a place right next to Lord Chaitanya's birthplace. They refused. He tried to get Ban Maharaj to give him some property that used to be it was a college that he had in Vrindavan across the street from the Krishna Balaram temple. That didn't go anywhere. He tried to have he tried to cooperate, but he did not get any help, any cooperation from them, except a few of them may have written letters or something. But I'm talking practical, physical cooperation, very little. And Prabhupada said it was inevitable that he had to start his own organization. And then he tried to get something started at Radha Damodar Temple. Somebody donated some land in Vrindavan for the building of the Krishna Balaram Temple. And then the movement was really moving by leaps and bounds by 69, 70, 71. So there are numerous letters from Srila Prabhupada, but basically he got no cooperation from these people. He tried to cooperate with them. We've read some of it in the diary that we've been reading. Prabhupada was trying to get some financing done. That fell through. The industrialist who had had some interest in helping, he fell out. And then it's basically was an unfortunate set of events, but Prabhupada kept marching forward very steadily in the preaching of Krishna consciousness. He was never disturbed. He just tried to engage them, and unfortunately, they did not participate. It's the actual historical reality. This is all documented in all these various letters that Prabhupada had. I mean, I personally saw with my own eyes in Mayapur in 1972, when two senior disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta, two senior sannyasis, these were probably the senior most sannyasis in the mission, went to see Prabhupada. And that incident that Vishwakarma discussed about Prabhupada showing his letterhead, saying, I don't call myself Prabhupada, my name is Tridandi Goswami A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. And they were furious because his disciples, were calling him Prabhupada on account of his accomplishments of fulfilling the mission of Lord Chaitanya. We started to realize by 68, 69, this person is not just some regular sadhu. He is empowered. He had special power. He is the actual ambassador of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, how is he having this, at this age, able to travel around the world and make hundreds of devotees and explain every conceivable question? So this is a very important point. Prabhupada started that organization to keep the teachings pure. He gave everything in his books, and devotees should try to preserve that, make an effort to preserve that. Personally, we are not after your money. We don't want your money personally. All we want is humbly asking anybody, try to contribute, whether it's $5, $5,000, 5 million, that is up to you. But try to contribute something to preserve that legacy, that literary legacy. Prabhupada told Guru Das one time, and I was told this personally, that I did not know if I was going to survive after his heart attacks on the Jaladuta. And he had another heart attack in 1967 in New York. He says, I put everything into that Bhagavatam, everything into that first canto of Bhagavatam, because he didn't know he was coming to America, foreign country. So everything is there in that Bhagavatam. And if you look at this Easy Journey to Other Planets, that Ishopanishad, that is super potent books. So we are just begging everybody with a straw between our teeth, please try to contribute, try to sacrifice. That would be... There's an interesting story when we saw Prabhupada in 1972 in December after coming from a preaching tour in Bangalore, Mysore, Coimbatore. And we told Prabhupada that with some people, it seems to be very difficult, although it's obvious that they have plenty of money. They're very hesitant to give. And Prabhupada said, well, you can explain it like this. It's very nice, you're a very nice gentleman, but kindly consider, Krishna does not look just how much you give, but he's looking how much you're keeping for yourself. Think about that. Hare Krishna.